This method can solve the F2L on your Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like it.
I'll say this is by far the most unique F2L solution I've ever seen in my life. No one will ever see it coming.
This new method works like magic for beginners.
If you don't believe me at first, I don't blame you. I didn't believe it until I discovered it for myself.
It was so indescribably beautiful. It was so simple and so elegant. And I just stared in disbelief for 20 minutes. Then during the day I walked around the department. I'd keep coming back to my desk and looking to see it was still there. It was still there.
Bane of existence for so many cubers, old and new, forced to learn case after case and pair after pair, algorithm after frustrating algorithm. That is, until now. For I, 2, 0, 1, 6, N, 0, 1, after so many hours of toiling and twisting and turning, have finally deciphered this long-feared step. And most remarkably, with just one algorithm. So it's only got one algorithm.
Yeah, that doesn't sound possible.
Well, you just haven't seen it yet.
I don't know if I want to. I'm doing CH2.
Can you do F2L on it?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. These pieces are sort of F2L. How long is this going to take?
Invent my own terrible 10-move no-flip clock method? Get out of town. Cube cover front flip that gave a delegate an extra? Get out of town.
Okay, I might want to ask for an extra on that.
I'm about to blow this whole cubing thing right out of the water. Let's move to the table. Okay, so before I actually get into the one ultimate algorithm, I have to actually explain the notation I'll be using to write out the algorithm for you. I could just show you visually with moves, you know, like this and this, but it's kind of hard to remember all that, so it's really good to put into writing. By the way, sorry for using just a Rubik's brand here. I don't happen to have any other cubes on hand. I might have gone a little angry. Anyway, well, I do have this pillowed V-Cube 3, but pillow cubes kind of give me the eck, so I'm just going to keep that over there. I won't use that. Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, I'll be using something called Singmaster notation to write out the algorithm for you. So basically, the thing with Singmaster notation is that you say what side you want to turn and what direction you want to turn it or how far. So for example, the U prime symbol means to turn the upper side counterclockwise, but that might raise the question, well, what is the upper side? That actually depends on what way is down. Unfortunately, Vsauce has made a really good video about it called Which Way is Down. This is the thumbnail, and I'll also have a link to the video in the description. It's really awesome. Vsauce, I've been watching him for a decade. It's really cool. So I totally recommend this video. But another way to put it simply is down is the direction of gravity. For example, that's the way that a cube goes when you experience a cube drop. For example, in this competitor, dropped the cube during AUF in this solve, and the cube happened to go down. So that means up is this way. Sorry, I can't hang on my finger quite right. That way, up. So that means this side is the U side. Now, the other problem is, well, what way is counterclockwise? What the heck does that even mean? So it's actually really simple. It's just the way that a clock turns. So here's a clock. Well, I mean, it's a clock, but, well, it's not even a clock. Why do we even have this? So yeah, this one goes in both directions, so that's not really helpful. Hang on, let me get a real clock. Well, I mean that is a real clock, but well, it doesn't go in any particular direction. This doesn't tell us anything. Hang on a minute. That's still the same problem. Okay. There we go. Okay, so this is a clock, and you can see it ticks in this direction. Fortunately, it's not a battery right now, but you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes around in this direction. So this must be clockwise, while this must be counterclockwise. See? Easy.
It's pretty easy to learn, and it's pretty intuitive.
Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to confuse you a little bit. It actually makes it much easier to execute the algorithm if we assume that this way is counterclockwise. So we're just going to go with that. So this is counterclockwise. This is clockwise. Capiche? All right, so we'll just put that back there. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, all right. So here's the algorithm. I'm just going to get the cube and I will say the letters of the algorithm as I perform them so it's easier to follow along, and I will do the almighty magic move to complete F2L in one algorithm. So here it goes.
F2L.
And that's the algorithm. Okay, so no algorithm is really of much use without some practice and some recognition, so I'm going to give you a few example shuffles that will put you into a case where you can use F2L, and that way you can recognize it, you can execute it, and you can feel really good about using F2L. So I'm going to be using Singmaster notation. The algorithm will be in the description and also on the screen right here, and hopefully that will make it a little easier to follow along. So here we go. Here's the shuffle. F2, L2, D2, R2, U prime, B2, D, B2, R prime, U, L prime, D prime, L prime, U prime, R, B2, D prime, B2, U, R2, sorry, D2, F2, U prime, R. Okay, and that is the example shuffle. As you can see, it's not too bad, but it's a little tricky sometimes. So what I actually tried first on this, when I got this, was, oh, by the way, when you shuffle the cube, you can shuffle from basically any color you want. I know the WC has some standard, it's like white on top and the yellow on the bottom or something. I don't really understand. I don't see why it's necessary. I mean, it's the same shuffle anyway. It's going to be the same challenge, so I don't really know why they bother. It's just arbitrary. So you can shuffle it from any color you want. So anyway, when I first got this algorithm, when I first got the shuffle, what I first tried was RF2 with yellow, green on top, red on front, and that gave me this nice 2-move cross. But then I had to like get the pair out, and that's like a kind of messy. You mess with the top layer. So I didn't really bother with that. So that wasn't very good. But then I also saw in orange, it was a 1-move cross like this. But then when I tried to put the pair in like that, you see, again, the last layer doesn't look very good. So that wasn't very good. So yeah, there we go. But then what I noticed was with red top, green front, I noticed this RBAOTCLL algorithm that has a really nice execution. So the solution was just U, L, F, U prime, F prime, U, L, F prime, L prime, F, U, and that was a solve. Okay, so this next shuffle was a 0.22. I noticed that on yellow. Okay, so I performed the shuffle one more time. Now let's use F2L and our all-powerful F2L algorithm to solve this case. So what you're going to look for is the 1 by 1 by 3 bar. So that's what this thing is right here. It should be between the yellow and the red side if you perform the shuffle with white on top and green on front. I'll talk about how to know what side it's going to be on, depending on what color you have on top and front later. But what you're going to look for, is this 1 by 1 by 3 bar. Not the 1 by 2 by 3 bars here or here, and not the 2 by 2 by 3 Petrus block here, as some people like to call it. Not really sure why. I think Petrus has to do with like rocks or something, I don't know. But yeah, you're going to look for this one here, and you're going to put it on the front right, standing up nice and tall and proud, just like that. So now this front side right here will be your F side, and this will be your left side, because, that's the front, that's the left. So, now we are going to do the F2 here. Now the direction of that does not matter, because it doesn't matter what direction you do an F2 in, or any double move on any side. However, on this one, on the L side, we will have to do an L, not an L prime, an L. Now remember what I said about the clock. Remember, this is clockwise, because, this is the direction of the clock, but then we decided we were going to go this way. Anyway, okay. So yeah, L is going to be, sorry, what side was that? This one. L is going to be like that. So, put the 1 by 1 by 3 bar in the front right, and go F2L. And look at that. Isn't that just awesome? We happen to get a last layer skip on this one too. Isn't that just great? So that's all of F2L, just one algorithm, 2 moves. Let's see it in action in an example solve that my friend Zach happened to perform just a few days ago.
Assuming you didn't
What? A last layer skip? No way! I gotta rewatch that.
Man, isn't that just so awesome and inspiring? I mean, I've really come to appreciate this beautiful algorithm and method, not only through my actions, but through my words, which I'm speaking to you right now, by the way. So anyway, it's about time I show off the real strengths of this algorithm using the power of regrips. Regrips are simply when you change the way you were holding the cube. You just change the orientation of the cube in your hands. it actually allows you, the power of it is that it allows you to access more sides of the cube more easier. So for example, say I want to do a B move, which is back here, but you know, I'm trying to reach it with my pointer finger right here, and I can't get it down, and I can, but then I can't turn the B side. So what I can just do is turn the cube like this, and now I have access to the B side with both my pointer fingers, and I can just turn it all day and have all the fun I want. See, isn't that just so awesome? But the thing is, you might notice, by regripping the cube, the B side has become the U side. Remember, that's U for up. Watch this video if you need any help. It's in the description. Yeah, so the regrip actually changes what sides are where. Now, I have a little diagram I'm going to show you in a little bit that'll show you how it works. But anyway, regripping does not actually change just one side, or two, or three, but four. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro sides. I don't know sides in Spanish. Which is just so absolutely fascinating. It's just so many possibilities, right? You can turn anything you want with any finger you want just by doing regrips. It's so awesome. So anyway, here's the chart that I was mentioning. Hopefully it's easy enough to read. This just says when you do one rotation, so like this, or this, or this, or this, or twice around, you're going to have to figure out how it works with this. As I like to say in college, the proof is left as an exercise to the reader. Yeah, for example, if I turn the cube this way, then U becomes F, D becomes B, L becomes L, R becomes R, F becomes D, and F becomes D, and B becomes U. A little hard to read. No, it's not. You can read this totally fine. Yeah, so I'll just leave that here, and it should be pretty easy to follow. So anyway, by regripping, we can apply the F2 and the L to the same side. Now, you may say, hey, you stupid doofus, you've just done something that is equivalent to turning the left side, or at left side now, counterclockwise, which is exactly right. Yeah, so, actually, hang on. Yeah, counterclockwise. So that's exactly right. And that also means, you know, you may also notice, hey, you big stupid doofus, any solution to any shuffle is just a bunch of these counterclockwise moves. You could just, if you want to turn it clockwise, you just do the counterclockwise move 3 times. Or in other words, you can just do F2L, F2L, F2L. And that, my friends, is the power of regrips. You can solve you can solve the cube all the way through using just F2L with regrips, which is just absolutely fascinating. This is why I consider it to be my proudest cubing achievement, because not only have I suddenly discovered how to do F2L with just one set of moves, I've also discovered how to solve the entire cube. So let's see this in action. I will perform an example shuffle here. So this is going to be U, L prime, D prime, L prime, U prime, R, B2, D prime, B2, U, R2, D2, F2, U prime, R prime, U, F2, L2, D2, R2, U prime, B2, D, B2. And so this is going to be the shuffle we have. Give me a moment. Let me just set up a timer because I wanted to show off how fast I could do this, just to show the actual power of the solve. Here we go. Okay, so I should make sure to random orientation, put on the cover. There we go. I should make sure to comp-set myself as much as possible so I don't stress out when I get this case in competition. So anyway, I wasn't ready. Extra stone. Okay, we should be all good now. I'm ready. Okay. So this 8 seconds. F2, regrip, L. Yes! Sub 2, look at that! Yes, world record! Let's go! Beat that, L perm! Yes! Okay, well, I'm gonna admit that was kind of an easy shuffle. I'm sorry about that. I'll try with a real one. Just give me one moment. So I've had a bit of a change in venue here, as you can see, because my my nice camera, which I was using to film the rest of the video, was kind of, how do I say this? Every single video it films over 3 minutes is like 2 gigabytes. So I decided to use this simple little webcam here, record directly to my computer right here, just to make it a little easier for me and from the camera, so I don't have to keep taking stuff off the SD card the moment I film it. And also I can record the audio directly. There's been a few issues with that already. So anyway, this is the shuffle I have. Hopefully you can see that well. My camera is maybe 15 years old, but you know, 15 years old is still quite young. Anyway, yeah, this is the shuffle I got. It will be in the description. I'm sorry I forgot to start filming before I applied the shuffle, but, you know, that's your problem now. So, yeah. Let's see it. This looks pretty good. I think I have like a 3-move double X cross or something, so we'll have to see. Hopefully the F2Ls are good. All right, let's go. F2L, 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 F2L. And that's the first 2 layers, using only F2L, which is great. And OLL, F2L, 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 F2L. 119! 119, let's go, that's PP! Let's go! Oh my god, PP! Let's go! Gosh, sorry about that, guys. Got a little carried away, or did a little F2L at the end. That is, finished too loudly. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you joined the F2L revolution. And as always, don't forget to rate 5 stars, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and always be F2L. That is, friendly to lobsters.